Anytime.
Um, so what's your problem? Why you do something to Frank? So for me, it's not a cyber
Oh, I don't like what
libel.
he said about you. In other words, he's slandering you, saying that the only thing he's seeing me is an ATM, and I got, such a loser guy, and that he's basically downing you for your judgment of who you're with. And he has no right to say that at all.
Why you can see that? So I'm not using your money. I don't.
Now, you don't
I
have to
have
tell
my
me that. You
ATM.
don't have to tell anybody that.
Yeah, I don't
But
have.
that's cyber libel right there. He talked both me and you, talked about me and you. In other words, he's knocking you, calling you a loser
It's
basically for
knocking
being
you
with me.
even. That's why I
Yeah.
said clean your surrounding before you judge to somebody.
Yeah, in other words, we're saying clean up your backyard before you tell us to clean up ours. My girlfriend's with me because she wants to be. Okay, I'm no ATM to anybody. Like I said, she's got more money than me. Yeah, Eric's trying to stir the pot a little bit here. Just Eric's feelings get hurt real easily. Hi, my girl's right up there. She's in the Philippines. Well, she's going to help Sean in the case. And I'm going to have April put a case. What? Because I thought that your woman looked Chinese? Hey, I thought she did look Chinese. I don't know what. I don't know what her ethnicity was. I assumed she was Filipino, but I could be mistaken. That's a good one. That's a good case right there, man. Slam dunk, as he said. Slam dunk. Come on, Eric. Get fucking real. Get fucking real. Did I hit a nerve or something? I mean, you're not even helping Barry. You're not even helping Barry. You're not even helping him. Mr. High Road, that he shouldn't be suffering, but you're not helping him out at all. Why is that? You're a confusing man. Did I hurt your feelings? Look, don't listen, dude. Don't talk about people who are doing bad things. Come on, man. You got a fucking harem going there. Proco harem. Remember Proco harem? Jesus Christ. I mean, come on. You're married to a woman and you have another woman there that you're having a baby with. I mean, really? Really? You want to be, talk about moral turpitude or some shit like that? Fuck shit. That's a compliment. Desperate people doing desperate things. Yeah, things have a way of turning things around. What? Because I mentioned I didn't know what ethnicity his girlfriend, wife, or whatever she is to him. It's hard to count these days, you know. I always thought she was Chinese. What's wrong with that? You got something against Chinese, sir? What do you have against Chinese? I used to date a Chinese girl. What's wrong with a Chinese girl? Nothing. It's whatever your preference is. Oh, that's a slam dunk for sure, as you said, Eric. That's a slam dunk. That I said your woman looked like she was Chinese ethnicity. Oh, that's terrible, man. I should slap myself in the face for that one, man. Oh, what do you guys think about all this? It's ridiculous, isn't it? People get their feelings hurt. Truly get their feelings hurt. He says some shitty things about my girlfriend, too. She heard it all. That's why she's on. Yeah. He's basically knocking her. He's basically knocking her. That's cyber libel, cyber libel, cyber libel, cyber libel, cyber libel, Eric. Cyber libel, cyber libel. And what do you have to say about me? Cyber libel, cyber libel. Come on, Eric. Go on with your life. Jesus Christ. God, get over yourself. Seriously. So your woman looks like she's Chinese. That's not, an insult. It might even be a compliment. According to how you want to look at it. So that's cyber libel. I didn't know that. That's one for the books. That's for sure. That's one for the books. Really. Slam dunk, too, huh? Slam dunk? Okay. Whatever you say. I must have hurt Eric's feelings. Eric, you're not the most, shall I say, the ripest banana on here, Seriously. You know, you have downed a lot of people on here. You're always in the background, always have something to say. The fact is, we know by your shows that, you did quite a bit of womanizing on here. I mean, that's just a public known fact, sir. You have no right to talk about me or Gilda. No right at all. You could say that Gilda looks Arab or something. I'm not going to take that, personally and say it's a bad thing. Actually, when I first met her, I wasn't sure she was Filipina, to tell you the truth. She had a different look. I didn't know. I mean, I assumed she was, and it turned out she was Filipino. True story. Eric has just got his feelings hurt. That's all it is. Sorry, Eric, if I hurt your feelings. I flew my girl all the way from Vietnam to Philippines to go aid Barry's girlfriend. Barry's girlfriend. Aid. And while I'm there, I think I'll put a case or two on him. Well, we could do the same shit too, bro. Gilda don't like what you said about her. You really demeaned her is what you did. That she's nothing but a loosey-goosey looking for money is what you're basically saying. It'll be interpreted as such that I'm just an ATM to her. How dare you? Don't put words in Gilda's mouth or in her thoughts. She's with me because she wants to be. It has nothing to do with money. Nothing to do with money. How dare you even say that? And you call me a loser, orange-haired. I could go on and on what you said on it. But, the thing is I got it documented. That's why I did a remix of it. I did a download. So you got to watch what you're saying, Eric. You really want to complicate? I think your life is complicated. My opinion, your life is complicated as it is. I mean, Jesus Christ, really, man. Seriously. That was so wrong on his part. Yeah, I know it was. Well, we got the recording. I got others too from him. They don't realize. I record a lot of people on here. If he wants to play that game, I could play it back. Yeah, it was wrong. Knocking Gilda, because that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. He demeaned her is what he did. That she don't have the intelligence to choose wisely of a man. That she's seeing me only as an opportunity to make money. That's downing a Filipina. That's cyber libel. That's libelous stuff. And whatever else she said. A number of things he said on there. Oh, I'm not going to talk about you no more. Why don't you go on with your life, Eric? You're happy with your little harem and everything. I bet you listen to Procol Harum. Joking around here. Jesus Christ, talk about somebody with a complicated life. Seriously, man. Damn, I don't know how he manages all this shit. But that's not my problem. But don't be talking about Gilda that way. She's not a loosey-goosey, and she's not with me to be an ATM. How dare you say something like that? That's definitely insulting her. Everywhere I go, I have no privacy here. I think that's definitely a down. Wouldn't you think that's cyber libel, Gilda? Him saying that shit about you, that like you're some lowlife that's only after me for money and I'm a loser and everything else, and that's what you're all about?
What after your money? I get my own money.
I know
Oh my
that.
God.
I hit a nerve with him is what I did. That's absolutely what I did. How could April put a case on you? Good question. Because I thought she looked Chinese? Some people thought I was Jewish because of my nose. I never took that to heart. In fact, it's a compliment. I like Jewish people. What's wrong? Are you a racist? You got something against Chinese people? Horrible. That's horrible. I got all these people and all these cases against you. Sounds like he's worried about something. He's the kind of guy, as big as he is, he's small in his mind. Sure, he knows how to make a couple of bucks, but he's the most, you want to talk about narcissist, really, by demonstration. Absolutely by demonstration. He might be 6'7", 8", whatever the hell he is, but, his ego is more like 10'6", really, seriously. Yeah. When you're desperate, you do desperate things. That's what he's trying to do. You know, Barry's in prison. He don't like the fact that but he ain't helping Barry either. He's not helping Barry. So much for his support for Barry. Oh, and he cares about Barry's girlfriend, Shaw, right? He cares about her, right? Well, if he cared about her, she would, he would help Barry out for her to get her out of that fucking prison. But did he do that? Not to my knowledge. The high roaders? Yeah. Not to my knowledge. I mean, I'll know when I get my payment. That's when I'll know. But he didn't help Barry out, and they care about Shaw. They don't care about Shaw. They care about trying to screw me over. They could give a shit about Shaw. I don't think they could give a shit about Shaw. Just because his girlfriend, wife, whatever she is, it talks to Shaw on the phone, or they communicate with each other. Makes it part of his harem, I guess. Mr. Strante says, Discord has proof that Ego is financing Princess Anne. Oh, really? Sweetskates to put a case against you. Oh, he's digging. He's acting like Barry the Digger, getting that golden shovel out and just digging as far as he can to hit China. Oh, China! Did I say China? It's Chinese people living in China. No, man, that's cyber libel. That's horrible. Oh yeah, well that's what he does with his wallet. You see, his wallet is his power. He figures in his head. Although his life seems very complicated to me. I wouldn't want to have his life. I don't care how much money he has. His life seems awfully complicated to me. How many kids he's got, another kid from another woman, him and his girlfriend, whatever she is, almost broke up once over money. That's what he said on his Facebook. Everybody heard that. Sounds to me that his life is pretty complicated. He wants to complicate it a little bit more. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Discord has a ton of information on it. Who knows if it's true? If it's on YouTube, it must be true, right? If it's on the internet, it must be true, right? Filipino doctor comes out with a cure for cancer. Big ad thing. You got to read through the whole thing. And it's always a Filipino scientist, doctor, that comes up with this cure for everything. But the world don't know about it. They can't tell the world about it. But if you act now, you can buy this product. Too fucking funny, man. This whole thing is just fucking crazy, man. Biggie, you definitely got some serious problems. Don't make me your problem, okay? Seriously. What, you're upset because I'll say it out loud. I thought your girlfriend looked Chinese. That's my opinion. That is my opinion. It's not an insult. It was never meant to be an insult, although you took it personally. I never knew her full ethnicity. Never did. I assumed she was Filipino, but I didn't know that 100%. So is that a crime? Princess Anne, they're claiming on Discord that Big E is offering you money to put a case against me. Is there truth to that? If that's Prince Anne, I don't know if that is. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, she comes on my show now and then. She's not a stranger to my show. The real Princess Anne was nothing but friendly to me, actually, on my channel. Oh, I'm not triggered at all here. I'm just responding to all this. Chinese. I still think she looks Chinese. I'll say it over and over again. I think she looks Chinese. Okay? That's not an insult, unless you don't like Chinese people and you want to insult them. I like Chinese women. I dated one in Seattle. We're not connected on Ego. Well, I don't know where all this stuff's coming from on Discord. Eric is just trying to trigger me, is what he's trying to do. He won't even help Barry out. All the support system for Barry and Shaw, but he don't want to help Barry. Why is that? If he really likes Shaw, him and his girlfriend or wife, whoever she is to him, I have no clue. Because I don't know what's truth or fiction on this fucking genre. Or whatever she is to him, right? To choosing to help Shaw, well, if you want to help Shaw and she really loves Barry, how come you're not bailing him out of that situation? I don't understand that. You're a good man and good father, good partner, and you're what? Yeah, well, I certainly am. I'm glad you realize that. Well, apparently, Big E wants to use your services and give you some money to put a case against me. That's what the word on the street is. He wants to get people involved with legal affairs because he's trying to prove a point that he don't like me. Well, you know what, Eric? I don't like you either, and I never did. So, what the fuck? Just tell me you don't like me, and I'm already telling you I don't like you, so there. Move on with your rich, wealthy life that you claim. Ridiculous. No, you're not going to trigger me like you want. I expect something like this from you, Eric. You've never been a good person, you know that. People have been listening to your shows for many years. We heard and seen all your antics through the years. You can't hold up the sign saying that I'm without sin, so hell, I'm not going to throw the first stone or something like that. Yeah, I know that, double chin. Such hateful people, and it's supposed to be religious too. Ain't that amazing? Phew! Now, Gilda's not happy with him at all because he knocked Gilda. She's a Filipina. He knocked Gilda for what he said. And you go watch my shorts on there. Yeah, go watch that. The Big E, the Big E's Gavi Malaysian PP freely has a Frank show scheduled for 9 p.m. The Big E's Gavi? What the hell is Gavi Malaysian PP? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I just don't know. Well, Big E wants to pull my chain. He wants to get me mad. He's going to try to get me to say something I shouldn't say. I'm just going to say the truth. I'll say it again. I'm not going to deny that I said that his girlfriend looks ethnically more Chinese than Filipino. There's nothing wrong with that. That's my vision. It's my opinion, and that's not against the law. Unless it's something I don't know about. Yeah. There were people that told me I didn't look Italian growing up. They thought it was more English or something, or British. I didn't take that to heart. I said, cool. My skin ain't that thin. All the guys, they live with this, I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you. When things don't work out for them the way they want, then they try to get their army together, get out the 50 millimeter instead of the 22 mil, and they have to engage in something that they got pissed off about, that was the truth, perhaps. Oh, I'm going to get you for that. You'll see. Oh, you'll see. Fuck, they're sick. I don't know. I don't know Princess Anne, who the Malaysian. Oh, that Malaysian guy. But what does it have to do? Oh, okay. The Big E gay something in Malaysian PP freely has a Frank show. Oh, the Malaysian guy. Yeah, it's this Malaysian guy, and I don't know the name of his channel. I've seen him. Yeah, he's kind of a weird dude. Uh, I don't know what his story mentally is. I really don't know. And this guy from Malaysia, he talks about all the different vloggers on here. I'm not sure why he's so involved with other vloggers in different countries or this and that. But then again, you have to listen to his show if you could find it. And you can make your own you can make your own evaluation from that. What does he mean he cracked the cyber libel code? I have no idea that there was a cyber libel code. Stick to HVAC, heating, vacuum, air conditioning, Eric. You're probably much better at that job. Oh, there you go. I like Chinese. I don't know. I mean, I like the Chinese government, but I have nothing against Chinese women, man. It's a compliment to say someone looks Chinese. Some of these Chinese chicks are good looking, man. I dated one in Seattle, not very long, but I did. That cyber libel led me to think that his girlfriend, wife, whoever she is, I still don't know today, that I thought she looked more Chinese than she looked Filipino. That's not an insult. And it's not cyber libel. It's none of the above. But what he said about me and Gilda was cyber libel. Absolutely. Go listen to my two parts of my remix that I got up there right now when you get a chance, folks. That's there to stay. Any other videos I have of him, too. Maybe we'll play all the other ones tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. Truthfully, immigration's getting sick of the whole fucking thing, to tell you the truth. They got a bunch of pogos, whatever you want to call them, they're dealing with right now. He cracked the code. I think he cracked his brain or something. I don't know. You know what they say? Mega men, megalops, cyclops, megalop, they're that big. They fall apart real easy. They fall apart real easy. Something to say about a man's height. Yeah. Look at Andre the Giant. Shit, he died at an early age. His heart couldn't handle that weight and height. I don't know. What does Eric do? He goes there and watches Mick Fisher work out? I haven't seen him work out. Have you? Has anybody? You see him at the gym over there with Mick Fisher, but have you seen him actually work out? I haven't. I haven't. I certainly haven't. These guys with the muscles but no fucking brain, Seriously. What was David Bowie's song? Little China girl, little China girl, little China girl. So what's wrong with China girls? You got a problem with that, Eric? You got something against Chinese women? That's racist, man. What do you have against Chinese women? I mean, your reaction is telling me something. Your reaction. It's not nice. What you said about Gilda. Who's her chick? Because she has an interest in me. Is that what you're saying, Eric? Yeah? Is that what you're saying? You calling her a prostitute? Another way of calling her a prostitute, aren't you, Eric? Isn't that what it really is? By saying that she's only after me for my money? The fact is, she's got more money than I will ever have. That's funny. You're basically calling her a prostitute. That's what you're calling her, Eric. You're calling her a prostitute. By saying she's only with me, why should she be with this orange-haired man, 5'2"? I'm not 5'2". I'm about 5'7". I'm not 5'2". Just to let you know. Orange hair. He went down the whole line. Loser. Just go watch the remixes I did on there. You'll get the clue on there, folks. Yeah. Ego is double fat compared even to Nico. Well, I haven't seen him. I've never seen him in person. I've only seen him a few times recently, if at all. He comes on camera. Yeah, he could definitely lose some weight. There's no doubt about that. He's not in good cardio situation. He's definitely not. Yeah. It's going to take him more than 20,000 steps a day to get where he needs to get. But, it is what it is. Were you listening to that show? I sure did. And I recorded it too. So he doesn't take it down. It's not going anywhere as long as I got it. And as long as it's on my channel too. Yeah, they got a lot of talk to do about people, don't they? And why don't they just self-examine themselves and take care of their own business? And they got a lot of shit going on in their life on a personal level and otherwise. They got so much shit going on. And they're so worried about what I do in my life and who I do it with and why or anything else. Get a life, get a clue, get your shit together, and take care of your own life. Don't worry about mine. He couldn't even help Barry out. Wow. And I'm over here willing to say that, hey, it's okay. That I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that at all. What, they're not helping him out. Istor says, I saw that, a very slanderous statement against you and the lovely innocent Gilda. Absolutely, I agree with you. Don't you think the shit he was saying about you is slanderous, Gilda?
Yeah, slender was good.
Yeah, she's recognized as being slanderous. Yeah, they said a lot of things about her. And he talked about again, why have you with a woman who, with 8 kids? Talked about her having 8 kids again.
Hey, you're talking about my 8 kids. Talk about yourself. Yourself, you got your woman, you got somebody. So
He's
why
got
you
a whole
always
fucking
looking at
harem.
me?
Talk about Gilda. So what if she has 8 fucking kids? What does it matter? What does it matter to you, Eric? What does it matter to you?
You know what? They need attention.
They need attention. Of course they do. That's what it's all about.
Then you.
Don't worry about how many kids she has. They're wonderful kids. She did a good job.
Why if I have a lot of kids, do you want to support my kids?
You want to support her kids, Eric, with the big wallet? You're welcome. You want to give them more college money? You're welcome. You got the wallet, you say? Go for it, man. Don't worry about her kid. Now you got her pissed off right now. When she gets pissed off, yeah. She said to mind your own fucking business, Eric. Slander, Gilda. That was slander. I sent that over to the lawyer. I sent it over to both of them, actually. I got the clips, and I made remixes of it. Yeah. He's trying to incite other people against me, and that is a crime in itself. That's a crime in itself. It's a crime. It's a crime on public media. It's a crime. Don't worry about Gilda's children, how many she has. She could have 20, and what would that matter? She could have only 1, what would that matter? She could have no children, what would that matter? It shouldn't matter to you, Eric, because it's really none of your business how many children she has. You are a low-life motherfucker when you talk like that. You are proving what you are made of. No question about that. No question at all. Gilda's sick of this whole fucking shit, and so am I. We're just sick of this whole fucking shit. For all I care, let Barry fucking rot in hell. I don't care. You want to help him, you help him. I don't give a shit either way. But, the high roaders, I coined that phrase, by the way. I'm glad he's using it. Yeah. They don't want to put a dime out to help Barry. No. Not a dime. Maybe they secretly want him to rot in hell. Could be. They could get him out of there 1, 2, 3. He'd be out within a week. After he gets paperwork signed, he pays everybody he has to pay off. Lickety split. Isn't that what you wanted, Eric? And the high roaders, didn't you want Barry out of there? That's all you were talking about. That 2 years in detention was long enough. But now that he's in a fucking prison, what are you doing for him? You're not doing shit for him, man. You're not doing shit for him. Shame on you. And that's coming from me, of all people, because, tell you the truth, either fucking way, I don't care if he rots in that fucking prison or if he goes home either fucking way. I don't give a shit either way. Princess Anne says, ego, he's coward. Sorry, my eyes a little blurry. He used his money to command Malaysian blogger to attack his own enemy. Be his own enemy. Oh, I know. It's like that, Princess Anne. That's what they do on here. That's what they do on here. If that's really her, by the way. I'm not that gullible, folks. I will question things. Whether that's really her or not. She does come on my show now and then. Yeah, but what he said about me and Gilda, that's definitely cyber libel, man. Still, I'm still retained with these lawyers, you know? He wants to get ugly, I can get ugly too. Might actually hurt his reputation. He wouldn't want that. The money's good. Come in, folks. The water's fine. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you being good father to the kids in Gilda. That's exactly what I am. I'm not like these fucking asswipes on here. Barry deserves whatever he's going to get. And he already got 2 years in. I was happy with that. That's why I went in that direction. But as things turned out, fate and whatever, karma, he still winds up in Bickerton after all. Go figure. Without my help, really. Isn't that something? They can't blame that thing on me. They can blame everything on me, but they can't blame that one on me. No, they can't. Not even if they tried. What do you guys truly think of this guy? Judging from his past and everything you heard, try to give me a definition of, define this guy. Define him publicly. Define him. What do you know that he's done to people or threatened people? You know, define his character from all the years you've listened to him. Don't be afraid. On my show, you can say anything you want. Pretty much. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the dark. You will never walk alone. Jerry Lewis. Teleton. Yeah, ego. Yeah. He's got quite an ego, doesn't he? He sure as hell does. His ego is derived from his wallet. If he was fucking a broke-ass skulk, I think he'd have a different attitude. But he uses his money to get everything he wants. Does that sound familiar in our society? Oh, that never happens. That never happens. Ego bring mistress. Princess Anne says, ego bring mistress in his own house in front of kids. What kind of father is he? I'm just reading this stuff. Mr. Istarahi says, he's desperate for public affection. Well, apparently so. That's pretty obvious. He needs the attention. He's one of these guys. That's why he goes to these sales meetings. He likes getting in front of a crowd and demanding he has to want to get a demanding presence. And he kind of literally, if not just figuratively, gets off on that shit. He feels like he's empowered. So he wants to fuck with people's lives to make himself feel good. Stroke the ego, yeah. Sometimes, yeah. The only thing I say about that guy is nothing but the truth by our own experience with him, what we've seen on YouTube and heard of him. He likes to go out and get drunk all the time. He likes to surround himself with women all the time. And that's with his wife. And you know everything that happened beyond that. We don't have to go into that. He's even got one of his girlfriends living with him and has a child. According to him, he has a child with this extramarital girlfriend. And they're worried about my marital situation, right? Really? Seriously? Would your attorneys be shocked if you get 2 or 3 cases? No. They know the environment on YouTube. They know the environment. They got to win is what it is. They don't want to see me get my way. They don't want to see me get my way. That's all it really comes down to. That's all it is. It's all it is. You can eat crow so much and then you get indigestion. Okay, that's a way of stating it. Mr. Ister says his dating profile. Oh, really? His dating profile is on Discord? You wouldn't believe it? No, I'd believe it. So where does he come with his moral turpitude and all this shit? Why does that come? Why is he trying to project all this morality stuff. Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. There's nothing moral about what this guy does at all. You're saying he's on a dating site and he's got a wife and he's got an extramarital girlfriend and a new kid with the girl? And he's talking about morals? Really? Morals? Morality? That's funny, man. If anybody's got that dating profile, please send it to my email. Please do. I owe you one. I'd love to read it. I'd love to read it. I'll even put it up here too. Dare me. Send it to my email. I'd love to see that. Moral, oh man, turpitude. Really? Seriously? From you, Biggie? That's a joke. That is a joke. He goes by Orange Glow Dust. Oh, really? You hear that, folks? Oh, he's going to go take it down now that you mentioned it. Watch, that's what'll happen. Well, as long as somebody has a copy of it, go there and copy it right away. If you don't have a copy of it, somebody must have a copy of that before he takes it down. Orange Glow Dust? What kind of a fucking name is that? He's a real reputable guy, I'll tell you that, huh? That's one guy that cannot afford to talk about anybody. Him and his, his little new club. The good doers. That pretend to want to help the community, but instead they just create havoc. That's all they do. They're very sensitive people like Popeye. You know how Popeye comes after you if you paint the truth? Put a mirror in front of him, how upset he gets, and he has to do one of his little skits or something. It just triggers him, man. It triggers him. His profile is 100% shocking. Did you copy it? Well, copy it. I'd like to see it. I don't go on Discord, so I wouldn't know. But somebody needs to copy it out there before he gets to it. He's listening to me right now, I'll guarantee it. Hi, Eric. Now, you have no right talking about my girlfriend that way, Eric. You have no right at all. That's cyber libel for sure. And it's cyber libel to me, too. Yeah, it definitely is. I made sure, the minute I heard that show, immediately copied, and I gave copies to my lawyers. So they could have that on record, what you said. That you're trying to incite others against me. That's against the law, too. Did you know that, Eric? I mean, you're supposed to be this really intellectual guy. Apparently, you're not. Apparently, you're not. Apparently, you're not. Your life is complicated as it is. You must like living with a complicated life. Personal, professional, whatever. Horrible. That's a horrible life to me. I'd rather be broke and happy instead of having a lot of money and have a very complicated life that he does. That was all self-created. Princess Anne says, if ego coward, high ego coward, we know he's in background. Of course he's listening. Of course he is. He's trying to find something wrong like Barry would do, or anybody else, trying to find something wrong. I'm saying there's nothing I said wrong on here so far tonight. Everything I said has been the truth. What he said about me, he said about Gilda, that he did say that. And does he not have an extramarital girlfriend? Does he not? Of course he does. He has a child with her. And his wife don't mind, so, what can I say? That's, to each his own. To each his own. Apparently he likes a complicated life. But he said a lot of terrible things about Gilda. About how many children. Always talking about, that she has 8 children. And that's where, you want to get Gilda triggered? You did. You did. She don't like you at all, Eric, I'll tell you that. She don't like you at all. So what if she does have 8 children? What is it of your business, Eric, that she has 8 children? How many do you have now? Between how many women? How many children do you have? I mean, how about the ones you're not telling us about? Is that a possibility? Yeah. Princess Anne says he's the one support Barry while he's in jail. I wouldn't put it past him. He'll come on as this unassuming guy that, oh, I'm not going to put the money on Barry. He's been supporting Barry the whole time. Up until Barry started attacking him at several points, actually. Maybe the money trail stopped, but why isn't he helping Barry out now? He cares about Barry so much, he thinks Barry is so righteous. Really? From a so-called, self-proclaimed righteous person like yourself, you think Barry is righteous for everything he did? And you could be serious about that? Well, if you think he's that righteous, get him out of jail. You like to tell people about your deep pocket? Well, exercise your deep pocket. Get him out of fucking jail. You and your new club. Get him out of Pinkerton. There you go. He has 5 children by 4 women? God, you're talking about me? No, Gil, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. He's got 5 children by 4 different women? Moral turpitude? I mean...
I have only one father for all my children.
Yeah, she has one father for all her children. She could say that, at least. She could say that. Yeah. She ain't been running around. And she never did. And the guy's trying to act like Mr. Clean. He's anything but Mr. Clean with his reputation, which has been demonstrated on public media so many times. Did I hit a nerve, Eric? Did I hit a nerve? Maybe you should see a dentist and take care of that. Maybe you need a root canal, Eric. He's got all that money, but he won't fix... No, I won't even say it. You can read my mind. With all that money, there's something he's not fixing. I'll leave it at that. Princess Anne says, before he sent me pictures in outside on the jail together with girlfriend of Barry. Oh yeah, he was very proud. He's like another Brevis. He wants to come there, be seen. You know, he wants to be part of the scene. That I'm there for you, Barry. I'm there to support you. Yeah, they all were there to support him, but when the time really came, were they there to support him? Brevis comes in with a couple of vegetables and crackers. Once or twice gives him a brisket. Big E took all his money, all the donation money, and gave him some scratch. Oh my God, those are the days. All the people, moral turpitude. You've definitely got that, Big E. You've got a lot of moral turpitude. Not. You know what? I wouldn't want to be his size. I know I'm not 5'2", Eric. Why don't you say I'm 4'11"? That would sound a lot better, wouldn't it? Yeah, like you said, I'm shorter than Barry. Okay. Yeah. Well, everybody's seen the TGIF and how short Barry was. So how can you argue with that?
Maybe Barry's still growing.
Maybe Barry's still growing. Yeah. Maybe he's up to 5'7" now after all, huh? At age almost 51. Mr. Istarahi says he definitely teamed up with DQ Swampcast for his plan against me. Well, plans have a way of turning against you. Well, I'll remind you of that. No, he said some terrible things about me. I got it all recorded. Of course I do. Remember, I'm retired. I got all this time on my hands. Not as much as Popeye, but I got time on my hands. I have time to record and 2 phones to do it with. Well, he wants me to do shows on here, so He figures I could trigger him or something and he'll say something. And that's what he's waiting for all the time. And what I'm saying here tonight happens to be the truth. And everybody recognizes it as such to be the truth. So it's a consensus of public opinion. So big deal. Big deal. Slam dunk case against me with his wife or whoever she is that I thought she was Chinese in ethnicity. That's a crime, man. That's definitely a crime. Pardon my sarong. Bad, bad boy I am. My mistake. So I'm taking it that she's actually Filipina. Well, I didn't know. I mean, I never really knew. That's not a crime. And if he thinks it is, then he's a racist because what's wrong with looking Chinese? Unless you got something against Chinese. You got something against Chinese? What's wrong with Chinese women? A lot of them are good looking. That's kind of prejudice there. Mr. Morals, stand on the platform with the microphone in your hand and preach to people like you do on your job. Buy our services and products. You're going to be real happy with it, sir. See, I'm a good orator, he says. Look at me, I'm 6'8". I could sit on you if I want, and I'll force you to buy these HVAC systems. Tries to put fear into people. Is that what you do? You're not doing a good job of it. Mr. Eisteraje says, saying look Chinese means nothing in the Philippines. Ask Gilda, because Filipino always say, you look chinta. Chinte? Is that how you say it? Chinte?
Huh?
Chinte. When a Filipino says that you look Chinese, they call it chinte? Chinta.
Chinita?
Chinita. I'm not reading it right. Yeah. Yeah, you hear that stuff all the time. Big crime, Big E. Big crime. I better worry about that one. Boy, you're a poor excuse of a person the way you see things in your life.
Filipino, a lot of mix Chinese,
Yeah.
Philippine Chinese,
Yeah, there's a lot of mixes of Philippine Chinese out here too.
Philippine American, Philippine Australian,
Philippine Spanish, yeah.
Spanish.
There's a lot of mixes out here. So what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? That's what I want to know. And if you want to go after somebody, go after the person. Who was that put on a YouTube show that was sort of against Big E or something, where it depicted it was a cartoon. It was a cartoonization, or what do you call it, of what his wife looked like, and a person put this caricature up there of his wife. Go after that person. That might have been meant to be, cyber libel. That would be cyber libel. The person who created that. But all it really was they kind of animated, made it more of a cartoon type figure. The glasses, everything, Go after that guy. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Mr. Istarahe. Looking Chinese means nothing in the Philippines at all. Okay, well, listen, I got much more to say. I want to watch a movie. Yeah. Oh, that's racism, man. That's racism. And I'm sorry, man, but what you said about Gilda, she's not happy about that. I mean, you're not hurting her feelings, Eric. Okay, I'll tell you, you're not hurting her feelings. She's proud of having 8 children, and she's very happy with being with me. And she's not after my money. So why is it your business anyway, is really the first question that should be asked. Why is it your business? It's none of your business. What we do, what our relationship is, it's none of your business. Or anybody you're attached to or friends with. It's none of anybody's business. What are you, jealous that I'm a stable person in one relationship, a monogamous relationship? Is that what you're upset about? You have control over that. I have no control over what you do and how many women you see and how many children you have from 4 different women, as somebody said there on here. If that's true, I don't know. So, can he afford to point his fickle finger at me? No. Princess Anne says, ego, he's coward and crazy person. That's your opinion. You're allowed on here. You're allowed your opinion on here. Something not right. You're right. There's something that's not right about him, really. He's got his feelings hurt. He's the kind of guy that, he has to go on a mission. When somebody says the truth about him that he does not like and holds that proverbial mirror in front of him, you need a big mirror for him. He doesn't like what he sees. So, okay, he'll shoot back at me. That's what he'll do. Or anybody else who wants to go over his imaginary line of comfort. It's different if they're lying, but if somebody's telling the truth, that's a whole nother story. Some people can't handle it. You know him, even we not meet, Princess Anne says. And a lot of people know him. He gets around. Let's just say that. He gets around. Him and his fat wallet. Yeah. Okay, it's been fun. But yeah, you could go look at the short videos I got on there, in case he takes his down. I don't like what you said about me, Eric. That is cyber libel. And what you said about Gilda, that's cyber libel. It absolutely is. Gilda, good mother, and she's friendly. And she is. See, we're stable here. And no matter how much money you may have, doesn't mean your life is stable. When you're using your money as a tool for power. Well, I got more money than you. I'm going to get a good lawyer. I'm going to get this. I'm going to do that and do this. I'm going to ruin your life. Why don't you take care of your own fucking life? Get your own act together and decide on who you'd rather be with. You can't be in a stable relationship with one woman? Then you have a baby with another and you're all living together? I'm sorry, but I think that's sick. I think that's sick. That's what I think. That's what I think, folks. Sick, sick,